everybody out there. Hope you guys had a great weekend. If you played basketball this weekend, you're probably playing with us or against us because we played so many games this weekend that I'm pretty sure that like we ran the gamut. All right, like someone played against us if you were playing at all. All right, we played. I believe overall we played 3 games on Saturday and then like 8 games on Sunday, I believe, something like 9, 12. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't make it to 2 of the games because they overlap with some other games as I had to travel from place to place. But I saw most of the games. I coached most of the games, and I believe that Kiernan played in most of the games, and Teo played in most of the games too. They were traveling from this end of town to this end of town, playing all range of grades from 4th graders all the way to like I believe that the oldest ones. Our varsity team did have a game, but Kieran played in the 8th grade game as well. All right, fantastic job to everybody involved. I believe my favorite part of the weekend was Kamundia. He was getting braver and braver like as time went on. It was hilarious. You know, he started off in our program even before the first practice going like, I don't know if I can do this, and then like wanted to like quit, and then finally getting brave enough for practice, and then like a week later getting brave enough for a game, and then now for the game he was like flexing his muscles and like getting some rebounds, and it's like that's like the most amazing thing to me because the improvements that people make in the very very beginning, they're like enormous because it's like a baby learning how to walk. All right, it's like a baby like learning new words. Like every single day they learn like 1,000 new words. As adults, we don't do that, right? So your first days with us, the first like weeks with us, first months with us, they're truly magical, I believe. All right, we got Kieran and Declan Louth here in the comment section. I got Taz, what's poppin', homie. All right, first thing to talk about, we got a new video that I just added. Okay, I put and we added like a few videos on YouTube where like is like the Michael Jordan backward shot that I used to practice that all the time, and I would slap my hand too, just like Michael Jordan, or slap my wrist. I don't know why that's even necessary, maybe to add some extra touch, but Michael Jordan did it, so we had to do it. I mean, everybody was like turning around in the air and going like that. Then you see like D Wade. He did it during his career as well. It's just really funny. But we also added the music video. Okay, I know that we've done it before, where it's the baseline playlist. Again, that's a play on word, bass as in boom 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 boom, and also baseline as opposed to like the baseline of like the basketball court. So the baseline playlist, and it has 10 different songs on it, but this is one song that we use in this Bittersweet Symphony. To get past the copyright laws, that is like very contentious for that particular song. I actually got a YouTube video of someone else redoing the song. So I hope that dodges this. But if you see the video disappear, that's why. It's like a hotly contested video because of the Rolling Stones being jerks. But yes, that video's on there and it's dribbling to it. And I try to slow it down so that it can so the kids not understanding can understand it, because I believe that having rhythm in basketball, it's a very, very important thing, especially when it comes down to ball handling. And the people that can handle the ball, they get the ball more. That's just it. So if you want to get better at basketball, you want to probably get better at dribbling first. And luckily for you, you don't need a basketball hoop to dribble. So you can do your ball handling, post it online at any point in time. All right. If you get one of those quiet balls or maybe a garage, you can do that during the winter time as well, on the inside. So that is what I've added. It's on our challenge page as well, where it has all of our dribbling stuff. If you want to get there, as always, I will just show you how to get there, since people act like they have no clue how to use the internet. But you want to go to Limitless Hoops. You want to click on this thingy right here, and then click on curriculum, then click on challenges, like that. And I believe Jarek asked me how to do homework. But anyway, this challenge is on the baseline playlist, and it's right there. So now we have all the songs that you can listen to, plus the little dribbling video for this particular song. But the songs get progressively harder. And again, if you want to post homework, well, you have to from the main page, you want to go down to the homework, and it gives you a paragraph. This is the perfect paragraph. Now, whenever people read this paragraph, they understand it. Before, we weren't quite sure, and then your homework gets posted to right there, and then you get to see all the different people posting homework. Thousands and thousands and thousands of videos, but yours can be one of those thousands if you post homework and be like everybody else. but cooler because not that many people do this stuff. All right, so that's what we are doing, and that's what we did. And where am I now? That was the music stuff. All right, let's see what else there is. We got
posting homework.
The Weekend, thousands and thousands and thousands.
I gotta
of videos.
stop.
Yours can be one of those thousands.
You
stop that video. Okay. The Weekend is loading. All right. Yo, I didn't post this weekend. All right, we didn't do the live stream this weekend because there were so many games, so many things happening. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I do wanna do a live stream on the weekends as well. I want to do something, but I think it has to be something different. I'm not sure what it has to be, but it has to be something different. All right, I thought about just like opening the camera and wherever I'm at, just doing that there. The game might be kind of interested, but maybe no one will want to watch it. I did see Noah's dad, Taz's dad. He was filming. Maybe we could ask someone else to live stream again if we happen to have a game at that time. Not quite sure. I did post videos this weekend in terms of like, highlight tapes and things like that. Just not quite sure. Ultimately, when all is said and done, this is why I want the weekend so badly. I want Sundays to be like a message from like whoever's in charge of all of Limitless hoops, whether it's me or some other one person, whatever. And then I want like Saturdays to be like something special, like a live game. So I want people to get used to the fact that we go every single day. So I will continue to strive to try to do the weekends. All right, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to try to do it, whether it's successful or not. Just to get into the habit of doing it and to get the viewers in the habit of seeing it, and so you can like basically expect our content all the time. So you're like, of course they post it. They always post. It's the most consistent thing in my life. All right. Speaking of consistency, this is something that we don't really see that often, and that's medals. But we won some more medals this weekend. All right, our little kids won. Our 5th graders and 6th graders won the Bickerstaff tournament. Not sure what it was called this time. And they won some medals. I looked at the guy and I said, "Hey, do you want to keep the medals?" And he's like, "No, I bought them for the kids." And I was like, all right. So we posed with the medals, and that is a reason to win. But it was almost like a downer. It was almost like not a downer, but like a very dismissive thing that we won, because it was like obvious that we should win. And even in a game when we played B&B Academy, to whom we've lost before, and it was extremely easy to beat them this time, we see that we're getting better than other people are, but it kind of loses its like excitement when you play against teams that you know that you're gonna defeat. All right, it's like like what's the next step? It's almost like some of us are getting hooked on playing against better teams, and if that's you, that's a great thing. Because I was thinking about like what do you do, and this is a question you guys can answer in the comment section. What do you do, or what do you enjoy? It could be a food, it could be an act, I don't care. What is something that you enjoy that most other people do not enjoy? All right, and I'm sure that someone out there likes pizza with pineapples on it. All right, what is something that you enjoy that other people do not enjoy? All right, and you can also ask yourself this question too: something that you don't enjoy that most people do enjoy. And I think that the difference right there is the difference between great basketball players and not great basketball players, because everyone probably enjoys getting medals, but very, very few people enjoy the process of getting medals. Now, a lot of people do that process. A lot of people like practice. A lot of people like go through the effort, but very few people actually enjoy the stuff that will get you the medals. All right, they're not going to just say like, "Yo, like shooting 500 shots a day, lifting, and like doing sprints and like all this other stuff is an enjoyable act." I enjoy that as much as I enjoy, I don't know, a hot dog. All right, if you gave people a chance to do one thing or the other, I thought about actually stopping practice and giving everyone candy, like halfway through practice, and then ask everyone if they're enjoying the candy. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people would just be like, "Of course, yeah, I like this a lot." And I'd be like, "Yeah, that's the problem, is that you enjoy the candy more than you enjoy practice." And maybe some of you guys don't like candy, so choose your favorite snack or whatever it may be. All right, that's the hard thing about it. So you got to trick yourself if you're not like that. But if you are like that, you're very, very special. I know I say that a lot, but just realize that Like you have to enjoy the workouts just as much as people enjoy receiving these medals. Right? And if you don't really care about the medals and things like that, man, you'll go even further. So think that way. I already talked about that. All right, moving on. We got our quote of the day. The quote of the day today is "I can." All right, I can. Let me think. I mean, that's a pretty simple quote, right? Dang. I mean, I can. I mean, if you think that you can't, that's not a good thing. I mean, like, you should always believe that you can do it. I know that our story of the day echoes this as well, but if you're going into something thinking that you can't do it, you definitely don't have a chance. Right? But if you're thinking that like you have a chance, like I can, that instantly upgrades your chances. Right? Having a positive mindset and going out there, taking the steps that a person who truly believes that they can do it is taking, that will get you further than anything else can. So the quote of the day, 2-word quote on a Monday is "I can." All right. So believe it, and then you can achieve it. All right. Our itinerary today. It's a fairly easy one today. We have done this before, but in the future we got Divine Drill, 101 personal rules coming up, indirect Euro step, Kyrie spin to J, hurdles layups, and then 180 side or fake handoff coming up later on this week. Stuff that we've just done. We did the half court game, which was super fun. Make 20 scissor J's in 3 minutes, ball pickup layups, juke straps, hurdles, and jingle bells. Make sure that you're posting those videos. Make sure that you are perfecting the things that we've already passed up on. All right. So if you're not good at those things, you should be working extra on those things. Okay. It's all about the work that you guys put in at home. No matter how much work that we put in the gym, we're gonna need you guys to put in work at home. I get a lot of kids looking at me so funny, and a lot of parents mad at me for asking them to work harder, and their reaction is always like, "My boy works hard enough." And I'm like, okay. All right. He's struggling in the games. I'm just trying to help him out. I don't know what to say. Like, me requesting that you work harder, me requesting that you post homework, shouldn't make me a bad guy. Like, that's just holding you accountable. Like, if that turns into like, the reason that you hate me, that's a very, very, very weird thing, because there's so many other things to hate me for. All right. Tonight we got pick and roll, pass to roll. That's if a weak show and there's no help. All right, that's when we can get the ball slightly through this. We're gonna practice our pick and roll stuff. We never really get to that, man. We try to do pick and pop. The guy didn't pop. Taz threw the ball anyway. All right, we are at the starting stages of knowing all these things. Okay, we have to figure it out, and it's all about reading the defense. So we're just gonna get our reps up and this pick and roll whole scheme of things with all 12 pick and rolls. If you want to practice those things, they're on our challenge page as well. And we have weak hand, ball pounds, bluff and recover, help side to close out, quick shots, and fast break post seal. For bluff and recover, this is the strong side help. We don't want to help off the strong side. We did so a few times. We should know the help is coming from the weak side. We want to just bluff and then recover and stay with our man in the strong side corner when they drive from the wing or from the top. Then we got our help side to close out. That's being in the middle, and then as they skip the ball, we want to be able to close out and force them to the top of the baseline. So we're going to practice that as well. Then we have quick shots and fast break post seal. All right, as we're on the fast break, if someone beats us down there, we should seal them early. If someone doesn't beat us down there, we should seal them in the back. We're going to practice both those tonight. All right, so make sure that you show up. We have workouts in Broomfield, and then no workouts in Aurora, but we have workouts in Aurora on Wednesday and Friday. But tonight it's just in Broomfield, so make sure you show up and show out to those things. So look at a few videos. Let's check that out. Just a couple of them today. Weekend ball pounds. Pound that ball down as hard as you possibly can. You're trying to break a hole in the floor. And I like to say that you're trying to hit all the suckiness out. So this is weekend ball pounds. As for the other drill, we got quick shots. Okay, you're gonna turn and shoot as fast as you can. A lot faster than that. Catch and shoot, catch and shoot, catch and shoot. Nice rebounding back there, White. But you gotta catch the rebounds too. Don't let them fall at all. Passes should throw accurate passes as well. And shoot 10 shots and then rotate. 10 shots and then rotate. 10 shots and then rotate. That's the drill. And let's see what we're doing for homework. got Joy with the 2-ball dribbling, like it. Joy triple cross repeat. Okay. Again, the drill of the month. Oh, Weston's said he's doing that. The homework of the month. I told him to do the homework of the month. He said, I'm doing homework. I said, no. The one that the book says to do, and that's the epic drill. So let's see if our new guy, Weston, is doing it, because I don't believe anyone else is doing it. All right, but Weston says he wants to do it. He'll do whatever I say. All right, so we had to better explain it to him. So let's see where Weston is at in the homework. So here's our homework page. It says he's doing the drill of the month, and it's supposed to be epic drill. So let's see what he's doing. Looks good so far. Not between the legs twice, though. You don't want to catch the ball. That was a better one. Don't catch it. Ow. Okay, well, he has to get a little bit better, but that's a start. That's a start. Again, you don't go between your legs twice. You just catch the ball off the bounce, then between your legs, and then throw it up, and then catch it off the bounce, between your legs, throw it up. And with all the layup misses that Teo and Kieran had, this is going to be a great drill. And I think it also helps with your ball handling and your passing. It makes everything more automatic. So I would heavily suggest this drill. And we have it for a month for a reason, because it's a great drill. So by the end of the month, when I first started doing this, I felt like I couldn't miss a layup afterwards. Like, it was impossible to miss a layup after this drill. And I never really perfected this drill because I just kept getting faster and faster and faster. So do this drill and get better at making layups, the things that you guys are missing. But I do think that the main ones you guys are missing are the mic and layups, when you guys are getting rebounds, stuff like that. You guys are close because the basket's so high. But figure that stuff out. Please. It's getting embarrassing, guys. You guys are way too good to be missing layups, okay? So no more misses. Let's check. The mind is the limit. As long as the mind can envision the fact you can do something, you can do it. As long as you really believe 100%. All right, that's what I was talking about. The mind is the limit. All right? As long as your mind can envision that you can do something, you can do it. All right, and for me, the way that I play that one is like the most work that I do right now without basketball in my life, the most work that I do is when I'm lying in my bed doing nothing. And you might think that I'm just being lazy, and maybe I am. What's up, Caleb? You might think that I'm being lazy, but I feel that's when I organize. And like when I start to do something, I just won't even move until I have it fully organized from the beginning to the end of what I want to do. And that might change, but like I go about my day thinking, okay, how am I going to start it? What's going to be the next step? And it needs to make sense to me before I even move. And like I put it all together. I'm like, okay, that can't happen because of that. I'm like, how about the possibilities? What if I do this? That might happen. And I start thinking of like a million different things, and finally like I go boom. And I put it together like a puzzle. And that's when I start moving. All right. And I'm not saying that you have to do all that, but I'm saying that like you have to envision yourself going to the NBA, and you have to envision yourself other than like just saying, I'm going to wake up one day, it's going to be like a lottery. Woo, I won. No, it needs to be like an honest assessment of your roadmap to make the NBA. And you have to put it together and then follow through on it. And then like take what was in your mind and follow that roadmap. And then, again, just make sure that it's not too silly where it's like, I'm going to shoot 2 shots a day and make the NBA. No, it has to be kind of like very, very realistic, right? And then like look at all the factors, like you might get too tired. You might do this, whatever, right? And also like you guys also get to like use prior players to help you out too. Like what did they do? Well, how tall were they? How early did they start? Right? Because if you're trying to copy off Michael Jordan and doing exactly what Michael Jordan did, well, you don't have a 48-inch vertical, right? So you can't really follow him if you want the same results. You're going to have to like go a little bit better than him. So that's to say the entire story of the day, which is the mind is the limit. As long as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, you can do it. As long as you really believe 100%. So start having that confidence, but make it part of reality as well. All right. Here's a trivia question today. All right, we got Kieran and Louth leading 4-2 to 1. All right. Trivia question today is, what is it? I kind of forgot it. I got it somewhere up here. Oh, that's the trivia question today. All right, I don't know if it's easy or hard, but we're gonna do it, okay? All right, let me see. All right, the Minnesota Timberwolves, they have made the playoffs a few times in history, all right? But there is a player who dropped 36 points in Game 1 to have the most points ever scored by a Wolves player in their first career playoff game. Who was that player? All right. Again, they have had a rich history, not that rich of a history, but they've had a sort of a rich history. All right. Who is the player in Wolves franchise history to score the most points in his first career playoff game? And that number was 36. Someone put someone 36. So you want to think of the greats, maybe? The greatest, maybe just a random player. It might just be a random player. Right? But your Wolves player, the Timberwolves player, scored the most first. That's a solid guess. Those are nice guesses. You can only guess once. That is not the answer. That's probably what I would have guessed. In his first playoff game, scored 36 points. If you know it and you just guess, do not guess again, because if no one guesses it right, then no one gets a point. So don't try to guess twice. You can't guess twice. Taz is making me hold you guys accountable for that. No second guesses. Alright, so we're gonna finish that up. Anyone wants to answer, you can answer at any time. No, Kevin Garnett is not the answer. By the way, Kevin is K-E-V-I-N. But either way, you missed it. And let's move on. No one got it right yet, but the answer's still out there. All right, and I will tell you the answer before the show's over. But first, let's talk about this. Let's talk about basketball. No, if second-year players, who's gonna do the best? I don't really want to just talk about like the NBA players. I want to talk about their mentality. All right. Think about this, okay? So people in our program, what I've noticed is like they come in really, really hopeful because they go, "What are you gonna teach me, coach?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna teach you everything you need to make the NBA." And they're like, "That's what I want to know." And then we start going, and they're like, "This sucks. I don't like this. I thought there would be a whole lot more ice cream and a whole lot less running. What is this?" I'd be like, "This is the way to make the NBA." They're like, "Nah, you crazy, man. Are you sure I shouldn't be like sleeping instead of shooting 500 shots a day? Because the sleepy one seems like a lot more. Because when I sleep, I get a lot more dunks. When you have me shoot, I'm missing some shots. I don't feel good about myself. I need to have confidence. I get more confidence in my dreams, right?" So you get these people with these like mixed thoughts, right? And I'm like, they hit a reality wall, right? They thought that it was one thing, and then it turns out to be another. That is the answer, Caleb. That is the answer. It is Anthony Edwards. Anthony Ulysses S. Johnson Edwards is the answer. He scored 36 points in his first playoff game. Great job. Might be one of the greats. Who knows? I thought he wasn't gonna be, but hey, maybe this dude is the dude. Caleb, that is your third point. But yes, think about the mentality of these NBA players. Now it's not just like Limitless Hoops workouts. Now it's like you're in the freaking NBA, like you're welcome to the NBA moment. What are you thinking right now? Like, you just went through a year of the NBA, and like, it wasn't just basketball. Like now, like you had to play against like the best basketball players in the world, right? So the basketball was hard. Then you had to train on your own, kinda, but you had like a facility, kinda, but like you have so much money. You have so much power. You're like buying like all these like things, and maybe like you're married, maybe you got girlfriends, maybe they want to go out of the country because they're like, hey, aren't we millionaires? Can we do anything that we want? Let's go party. And you have all these like other things and like all these like famous people that you've like grown up knowing they want to hang out with you. What are you gonna do? And now it's your second year. Now maybe like it's not as like easy as amazing as you thought it was gonna be. You got all the money, you're on the team, and like you think everything's like perfect, and like you made the NBA, but now people are making fun of you because you're only a bench player. Now you have to improve, even though you're the best that you've ever been, and like they still want you to get better. And it's like, why? Why would I want to get better than I'm in the NBA? I'm one of the best ever, right? That's what these sophomores are going through. And if you're a person like, let's say like LeBron, who you guys hate, right? Okay, or like Kobe or something like that, and they go, no, I want to be a Hall of Famer. And they like drown out all that noise, and they go, no. I know I'm making millions, I know, but no, I gotta get better. That is an entirely different human being than the people who like just go, I want, right? And for those of you guys who are thinking, like, yo, I'm in high school now, I'm pretty good, like I don't need to keep working like that. You guys are like the NBA equivalent of that. Anyone who's thinking like, yeah, I've been through a year of Limitless hoops, I think I'm done. Dude, you're doing the NBA stuff without the money. You're just like, oh, I'm pretty decently good. So I think these second year players, we're gonna find out a lot about them. Which of them are gonna come back after a whole summer of actually putting in the grind. Alright? And you're gonna see something from them. And the funny thing is, all these owners have to like bet on these kids. They don't know them. They try to recruit them. They had to see how they were in college or in high school, and they're like, should we put money into this kid? And maybe he's not as good as this one is, but like, is he a harder worker? And they're just like guessing basically. Who's gonna work hard once they get there? So for our program is once kids get in the program and they're given the book, who's gonna do it? We don't know. It's such like a random thing, and then once they start doing the work, maybe some people will post the homework. Who's gonna want to keep doing it? Who actually liked doing that, right? And it's the same question over and over and over again, and we just don't. It's hard to identify those people, and I'll tell you why it's hard to identify those people, because anyone could be that person, including yourself. All right. It doesn't matter how tall you are, how much you can jump, how bad you were when you started off. Anyone can just decide to do it. So out of the 8 billion people on earth, you're wondering who their sophomore year, after getting exposed to the NBA and having their NBA moment and being shocked, who will go this way and who will go that way. And the reason why we can't bet on it is because none of us know. Nobody knows. No one knows except for each and every single person. And maybe even you don't know until you actually get there. So, with our program, you've seen it. You've been a part of it. You know what we expect. Now what? Do you like it? Can you keep going? Do you enjoy it? All right. And if you are, rewind back to the beginning. Would I have bet on you? Would you have bet on yourself? All right, because I mean, the people that are doing it are not totally the people that I thought. All right, it was Freewell or Cassell. For what? Freewell or Cassell for the trivia? No, it's Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards scored 36 points. His first playoff game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't even think Sam Cassell played for the Minnesota Timberwolves when he first started. I don't know that. But anyways, yeah. If you find something different, maybe I'll change it. But that's what the internet told me. But we'll see. Don't forget that the quote of the day, guys, is I can. I'll see you guys tonight, and hopefully you guys can work, so we can get better and better and better. So we can see one of you guys in the NBA when they are D1 or like the best player in all of Colorado or something like that. All right. So I'll check y'all later. Cue my music so I can get out of here. Peace, everybody.